The Duckies get underway. You've made it to another season of Oregon football.
Yes.
They will begin play this Saturday at 1 o'clock on the Fan against Montana State.
Which,
the Bobcats.
Hey, they played in the national championship game last year.
Now, they announced that their quarterback is going to be a kid who played at Stanford. I have never heard of him.
Nor have I.
But apparently, he started for Stanford against Oregon in 2022. And I still have never heard of him.
What's his name?
His name's like Lampson or something?
Yeah.
Lampson?
Lamps?
I want to talk to Lampson.
Yeah. Jared Lampson.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Tell me about Jared Lampson.
Well, he's a handsome devil.
Is he?
Yes.
Good for him.
And yes, he apparently he started at Stanford, and now he's. So, do you think he's got some he feels good about it? He's like, hey, I know what this is about.
Well, I read a quote from him. He said, I'm not really used to winning too much, so it's really cool to come here to a place like Montana State where they're used to winning so much.
Yes. So I'm looking here. Okay. He didn't start that many games. Like last year, it looks like.
By the way, if you want to know, Oregon won that game 42-6, I think. That game that he started for
Stanford. So he didn't
Stanford.
play especially well?
I'm going to look here at his logs. Yeah, he didn't play a lot. I'm trying to think of what his best. He started against Virginia Tech, 13-24, 103 with a pick. That's QB rating at 27. That's not good. So it must have been so you said 2023. Let's look at the Oregon game here. Ooh.
Was it 2023?
2023.
Okay, I thought it was 22.
No, it was 42-6.
Yeah.
He went 11-20.
Uh-huh.
Again, 106 yards, so he's consistent. No touchdowns, no picks. Hey, that's a robust quarterback rating of 32, so slightly better than what he had against Virginia Tech.
But you know how quarterbacks, even I know they're in the ACC now, but you pay attention to the other teams in your league's quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Dude, I never heard of the guy.
Never heard of him. Well, to be fair, he was not the starter. It looks like he started. That may be the only game that he started. Every other game that he played in, he also started against Oregon State.
How'd it go?
They lost 62-17. That's going to be 4 of 16 for 42 yards.
Jeez.
With 2 picks. And a quarterback rating. You want to take a guess what that quarterback rating is?
4.
7.6.
Whoa.
So.
All right. Well.
Yeah. So
watch out for the Lampson show on Saturday.
Is that
about to light the lamps?
I'm guessing they want to run the ball.
Well, I mean, Oregon. The idea was when this game was scheduled, there was like, well, if you're going to play an FCS team, you don't want to play the best FCS team in the country. And they played in the national title game last year. They won 15 games. The only game they lost was the national title game. But I believe 20 of their 22 starters left, including their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. But they did bring back, I was looking into this a couple weeks ago when we were doing a preview. They do bring back a lot of guys that took snaps last year, but not a lot of starters. And while they are expected to be one of the better teams, they are not considered. This team is not considered anywhere near what they had last year. So whatever the point spread is, I'm guessing with Justin Lampson as the guy, I'm guessing Oregon will be just fine. He's from El Dorado Hills, California.
If the Ducks win, they will extend their nation-leading non-conference home winning streak to 35 games. And it would be their 21st straight win in home openers.
When's the last time they lost a home opener?
Great question.
You got that in front of you?
No, but I want to say...
I can't remember because
Is it possible it was Indiana?
I do remember that game against Indiana. I don't know if that was the home opener, but that was the one where they had 6 turnovers.
I don't know if... Man, I remember that game. I don't know if that was the opener or not, though.
Is it wrong that I went to look up Oregon's schedule and I clicked on the Pac-12? That's still just... It just seems so weird that they're... I'm still getting hit with the Big Ten thing.
No, it would not have been the first week of the season because it was on September 11th, 2004. So that would have been week 2, I believe.
I mean, let's be honest. The home slate this year...
No, it's not great.
No.
USC better be good. Otherwise, you don't really have a great home game.
No, you got Wisconsin. I mean, Indiana, if you buy Indiana, but I mean, there should be some cakewalks. on the Oregon schedule. Oklahoma State, did they just lose their quarterback? Did I read that?
I don't know. They're playing.
They lost. I know that Oklahoma State, they lost a safety.
Was it a safety?
They're playing Thursday.
They kicked the safety off the team, I think.
I thought they lost someone important. I don't know. Look, we'll worry about that after the big Montana State game. I'd make the argument the Oregon State opener is more interesting than the Oregon opener.
Who's Oregon State got?
They got Cal.
And I think they're favored.
I think it's like a 2.5 point line there. And
you guys, I think it was Indiana. Was their last?
Was it Indiana? Was their
well,
last
it
home
was
opener?
2004.
Yeah.
It was the season opener.
Then that probably would have been
and that
it.
would 21 year. I mean,
Yeah.
they said 21 straight home.
So
Indiana's
Indiana
got to be it.
Yeah, Oregon State, by the way, it's down. It's 2. Opened at 3, down to 2. But this is a big game because for Oregon State, I think this is a big year for Oregon State to try to. They've got to stop the bleeding, right? Next year, you're in the Pac-12 again. Hopefully, Bray's the guy. Last year was an unmitigated disaster. The team got ripped apart in the transfer portal. This is a big year, and they open with Cal and Fresno State, and we know Fresno State's not very good, right? Because Kansas just beat the living bejesus out of them. So you got Cal and you got Fresno State. I think Oregon State has to win both of those games because then Texas Tech and Oregon come. And let's be honest, those games are probably not very competitive. And then after that, it really opens up for Oregon State. You have Houston, which I don't know what Houston has. Normally they're a decent program, but let's call that a coin flip. And then after that, you got App State, Wake Forest, Lafayette, Washington State twice, Tulsa, and Sam Houston. If they can get through those first handful of games and find a way to beat Cal and Fresno State, you've set yourself up for a nice season if you're Oregon State. If you lose those first 2 games, my God, and then Texas Tech and Oregon drop a beat down on you, that could be one of those where guys start checking out, which is what happened last year between the injuries and that. Dude, they got shut out by like Air Force. So I just think this one, I think the Oregon State game against Cal is a huge game, whereas Oregon, just don't get anyone hurt and don't let, was it Justin Lamson?
Don't let Lamson get hot.
I can't even say that with a straight face. Just don't get anyone hurt.
You do not want Lamson to get hot.
Is it Justin Lamson? I don't think that's his.
I thought this was
that his first name?
Yeah.
His last name's Lamson, but
yeah, Justin.
It's Justin? Okay.
Justin Lamson.
All right. Well, listen, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So they're playing Montana State, and then you get Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading the top 25. ESPN has a story on the top 25 teams and areas of concern for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they listed for Oregon the defensive line.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you could make the argument because you lose some guys, right? You lose Caldwell, you lose Harmon. But I actually think, any program that you're going to graduate people, there's going to be a concern. But
yeah, they lost Birch too.
I actually think, and Birch, by the way, is having a nice camp, or had a nice camp with Arizona, and they're pretty happy with him. But I mean, you have Amari Washington, who's supposed to, again, be a stud. If Bear Alexander can light a fire under his ass, Uwe Ungagale is probably going to be a first-round pick. And you've got a lot of depth that are coming behind that, the Terrence Greens, the Eliza Rushing. So it may not necessarily be all the names that you've heard of, but I think the front for Oregon has a chance to be a really, really good one. I would say for me, if we're going concern, I would say more of, I think the skilled positions. Because you don't know what you have in Dante Moore. Malik Hughes is a really nice back out of Tulane, but he's not necessarily the home run hitter. I don't know if this is the backfield that Oregon is used to, and I think you're going to want the run game to be pretty robust with a new quarterback that you don't know and kind of a lot of unproven receivers. I mean, if you're counting on DeCorian Moore, who's the guy that everyone's pushing, that's a true freshman. And outside of that, it's a lot of names in recruiting, but really haven't done anything. So with me, that's the bigger concern for me is skill position outside of tight end. I would say that's a bigger concern to me than the defensive line. I think the defensive line will be fine.